Hello everyone, how are you? It's Laurie and I am here to do a career reading for you, a weekly career reading for you. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, having some fun in life. Life is an adventure. What are you making of it? Is it fun and exciting, or are you tripping over every little shadow that you see? All right, let's go ahead and start with an oracle card here. I'm hearing this will be, it sounds like advice or energy. I don't know. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you. 2 cards. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle message. So Moonlight, card 51, which is a 6, and then Rock Bottom, which is in the reverse, okay? So you've hit rock bottom. Whatever you're dealing with, you have already hit rock bottom. You may not know it's coming. There's a path. There is a path that's going to be leading you out of the depths of despair or any difficulty that you have had recently. The challenge is coming to an end. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Absolutely love that. Now, I was going to just move on and start doing the tarot reading, but Spirit said to consult the Enchanted Map book here for the Moonlight information. What is going to come out here? It says your intuition allows you to see beyond what's right there. Okay, right, whatever the mundane, the logical, and analytical is, follow that. It's going to lead you to a clear path. All right, it says Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that might not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist the urge to second guess yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You will be able to see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is going to be a good time to use oracle cards, listen to divine messages, whatever it is, in order to gain some sort of information. All right, so that's important for you. Love it. And I already know what the rock bottom is. You know, you've hit rock bottom. You're on your way up. So whatever the challenges that you've been facing with your career, and, you know, I'm focused on career, but this could be a reading for any portion of your life. But if it is specifically your career, whatever challenges you've been facing, they're coming to a conclusion. They're ending. You've hit the worst possible scenario, and now things are going to look up as long as you are open and receptive to what is possible. All right, the path will be laid out in front of you. Will you take it? Let's see what we have here in your tarot message. 7 of Swords, a need for a strategy. Because if you do not have some sort of plan here, somebody's going to steal your thunder. Somebody's going to take away what should be yours. But they can't take what's yours if you don't let it go. If it's meant for you and you embrace it, it becomes yours. If you decide you're not going to pay any attention to that, then somebody else has the right to come along and take it. Okay? And I'm not talking about physical things. I'm talking about, hey, if they're putting in the effort and energy and they're focusing on it and it goes to them, they worked for it. They earned it. They didn't take it from you. You let it go. Okay? So keep that in mind. There is a need for a plan or a strategy here. What do you desire? Set your intentions. Keep those things to yourself. Do not talk about these plans to anybody else. Now I'm hearing something which is kind of unusual. I'm not quite sure how it's going to play out in your reading yet, but I keep hearing don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, because if you take everything out of one thing, it's empty. And you may not make it to the next thing to put it into safekeeping again. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, but also don't empty something out. Don't take everything out of something because you may not be able to put it where you want to. You may lose it before you get it there. All right, that's kind of confusing. I'm not certain. Let's see what we have going on here. What's the challenge to whatever this lifting up, this elevation that's coming, this end to the difficult, challenging situation? What's the challenge to that? Overcoming. King of Swords and the Five of Wands. I'm hearing using your head, using your wisdom to get along with people, okay? Keep everything strictly to the facts. Leave your emotions out of it. There's going to be some sort of challenge, conflict that you're still facing here. And if you let your emotions overrun your thoughts, there's going to be conflict. It's going to continue. But that's just your challenging energy. And now that you know that, you can get past that. You're not going to allow your emotions to overrule. You're going to stick to the facts. You're going to hold your tongue. You've got the wisdom. You've got the knowledge. Now you're going to put it to good use on how to work with somebody or others, okay? At least one other person. All right, let's see what's on your mind here. All right, so don't give up this opportunity to somebody else just because you didn't go for it. Okay, that's what I'm hearing here. There is a path. You may be feeling very, very down, depressed, feeling like things have not been working in your favor. And that can kind of keep you from seeing that you can achieve your goals if you want to, that you can elevate, that you can get out of this energy. You just have to set your intentions. So there could be a need for a mindset change. Clear your mind, empty it out. Don't hold a grudge. Don't, if you want something good to come into your life, you have to be thinking in the good, in the positive energy. Otherwise, you're just going to keep bringing in that negative energy. All right, let's go ahead and see what you are actually thinking about here concerning this situation. Actually, I'm hearing, what is it that you are thinking about? It may not even be about career. You could be thinking outside of other things that are distracting you from success here with your career. That's way too many cards. What's on your mind here? Eight of Wands. Communication. Some of you want to say it like it is. That's not going to work. Okay, and that's why this is here. This would be letting your emotions overrule your head. So use caution. Yes, it is advisable for you to go ahead and speak about this, to speak up about something here that you desire. So if you're wanting a promotion at work, let your boss know, hey, I would really like to know, is there room for me to grow? Is there an opening where I can be promoted? Can I get a pay raise? Okay. And if so, what do I need to do? When you ask that question, what do I need to do? That shows that you're willing to work for whatever you're asking for. It shows that you have a desire to move forward, that you do understand it's not just going to be handed to you. All right. So that question right there is crucial for somebody. Go ahead and speak up. Ask the question and ask what you can do to get that pay raise, to be put in a position of more authority. Do you know what position you would like to have? Do you know if that position is open? I'm hearing communication, getting your resume ready, getting, even if this is internal, whatever type of, there's some sort of document that you would want to have ready, maybe an improvement, what you have done to improve the business, what you have done to improve your skills since you've been working for this company. I feel like that's going to be important for you to have it in writing so that you can go to your, whoever you would speak to and say, hey, I'm interested in a pay raise. And here's what I've done to improve my skills and, what I've done to help the company. And be honest. Don't overdo it. But don't be too humble either. Just speak the facts. And that may be difficult, okay? Because you may feel very strongly about something emotionally, but keep it strictly to the facts. But have that letter, that document prepared before you go in. And then you can say, here, okay, this is where I'm coming from. And I may have left some things out of here, or if you have any questions about it, go ahead and let me know. I'm really interested in a pay raise. I'm really interested in a promotion. And I would like to know what I can do to make that happen. That's the question. All right, let's go ahead and see what's at the foundation of this situation for you. I'm getting for a lot of you, this could be you've hit rock bottom. You're at you're barely making your bills, barely able to cover certain things. Feeling like you've been passed up for a lot of opportunities, like this job is just too difficult. But it's not, it's just your perception. Let's see what the foundation is here. 6 of Pentacles, a need for balance. I just heard, and that's really weird, somebody's asked for a handout. Somebody asked for a handout. So maybe you need a helping hand, I'm hearing. Okay, a helping hand is needed. It's necessary. That's really what this is at the core. You need a helping hand. You're not asking for a freebie, but you need something. You need balance to be restored. You need to feel like things are fair and right and just. But, and I'm getting that this is something that you need for not just for today, but for the future. All right, let's go ahead and see what the immediate future is going to be. Let's see what the immediate future is going to be here. King of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. So some sort of stability comes in here. Some of you have been maybe needing a vacation, a break, a step back. I just heard like a furlough, a sabbatical. This is going to be given to you, is what I'm hearing. A time of peace, of quiet, of stepping back, allowing things to be handled. So if you're not taking time off, this could be something that's going on behind the scenes while you rest, while you let it go, you surrender to this. Okay, so if you've asked for the pay raise, you've done, the homework, now it's time for you to kind of step back, sit back, let things develop, wait for the response. That's what I'm hearing. Wait for the response. This is not going to be a stressful time. This is peaceful. So the King of Pentacles could be the boss. It could be the manager, the CFO of the company. They might even be away. They might be the one that's away right now and you have to wait. Don't stress while they're gone, okay? Spirit's saying just let this, be peaceful. All right, let's see what the past influence is here. Knight of Swords. Somebody rushed in with like harshness, angry words, aggression. I'm not sure, but I think that might have been you that kind of went off a little bit here about something that you felt was unjust. You felt it wasn't right, that you got passed up for something in the past. It may have done something. This feels very aggressive. I'm sorry. And this is not a judgment. We all kind of, at some point in our life, we lose it. You know, we do. We've had enough. We've taken enough. And then we have to learn to stand up for ourselves. And before that happens, we usually reach a breaking point. And that's kind of what this feels like here. Is in the past, you reached some sort of breaking point. And unfortunately, some of you were broken by this. I mean, you literally broke. You ended up depressed, melancholy, don't want to be on the job anymore, don't want to work there, don't want to talk to these people, don't. And it's become very, very negative. All of it became very, very negative. And that's why I really feel like there's a spirit saying that there's a need for setting intentions. What do you want? Okay. If you don't know what you want, you know what you don't want. So the opposite of what you don't want is what you want. So you want people that you can get along with. You want a pay raise. You want to feel valued at work. Write those intentions down and start asking yourself, what can I do to see the good in my coworkers? How can I start changing my viewpoint of my job? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see how you're going to handle this. What is the most likely way that you see yourself handling this? Let's see what we have coming out here. Now, I'm also hearing there are going to be those of you who make a strategy right away. You take all this in and boom, you're off. You're going to gain exactly what you're looking for. Pretty darn quick, too. All right, Knight of Wands, you're keeping your focus. Okay, you're ready to take action. You're ready to move forward. Capable. You're elevating above the difficulties. So you've refocused your attention here. The Knight of Wands is ready to go, ready to move in, ready to take action. Do what needs to be done. Remember, the Knight of Wands can also be pretty impetuous and a little too quick to jump in to take action, so use caution. But definitely you have the right energy around this, wanting to do things the right way, wanting to put the energy in, wanting to move forward, wanting a new focus. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have in your environment here. If you're seeking a job, I just heard, if you're seeking a job, you have to have a strategy, a plan, okay? You need to be clear about what you really want, a job or a career. Okay, are you just putting in resumes everywhere, or are you really thinking about your talents and your skills? All right, communicate clearly what it is you want if you're seeking work. All right, in your environment, 7 of Cups, options. Oh, with the 8 of Pentacles. So there are options at work. Okay, that's different. I just heard childcare at work. Maybe you are the person that is changing their, okay, so maybe you went in as an office worker to this business. You're currently working in the office of a business, but you find out by asking questions or by overhearing a conversation I'm getting, that there's a need for daycare. Like somebody that works there just lost their job because they didn't have anyone to watch their child. So maybe you set up daycare at your business, and that actually makes you happier than working in the office. All right, so there's the opportunities. What opportunities are available to you at work? What can you do? What skills can you really truly utilize? And see, if you have that document all written out before you go in to talk to HR or the manager or whoever, they're going to see the list of your talents and your skills, and they may know something you don't, that there's opportunity for you to move within the company, move away from the coworkers that you feel are too difficult. Okay, we all have to learn to get along with those we do not like, but sometimes some people are just so low that they want to make your life miserable. I'm not going to deny that. All right, and you're ready to just move on. All right, so good information here. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for work. There's a lot of different options. Think outside the box here, I'm hearing too, especially if you're seeking work. Think outside the box. Have somebody else, like you look at your talents and skills list. Like, what have you learned to do? What do you do at work? Write down the tasks that you currently do on the job or you've ever done on any job, especially the jobs you really liked. But write it all down. And if you have skills and talents at home, like being a parent who has to organize, who has to get everybody in the family on the same page, be the mediator, be the troop leader, be the person who organizes everything, that fixes dinners and meals and gets people to help and whatever. Write those things down. If you're a male, what are your skills outside of the job you have? Do you like to woodwork? Do you like to do scouting? What are your talents and skills? It does not have to be just what you do in the office or at the current job. And you may find that your boss or whoever you're speaking with, HR, can say, oh my gosh, we have a perfect opportunity for somebody who has woodworking skills, but can also organize an office or get us sales, okay? You don't know what's available, but if you have a list of your talents and your skills that are there, the opportunities are there for you. That is beautiful. That is awesome. So think outside the box. Don't just go with the typical thing. Do something different. Make yourself seen and known at work in a positive way. Hey, I want to advance. I want to grow. I'm somebody who can get along with people. I'm somebody who, even when it's difficult, I keep showing up to work. All right, what's going on behind the scenes here that you do not know? I'm going to put the title, stick around to the end for this one because this is a good message. This is a very good message. All right, let's see what's going on behind the scenes, what you don't see coming. Seven of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, you're going to have to, don't make anything up. Whatever you do not make it up. But because you will have to defend or prove or show what you say is true, that it's not made up, okay? And it brings you freedom. If you, oh my gosh, Spirit's saying, do not embellish, do not overstate your talents or skills. However, acknowledge your skills, okay? What is your passion? What do you really desire to do? Make that clear in your document. Whatever, I'm just going to leave it at that. In your conversations, okay? Make it clear exactly what it is you want to do. We have a sword facing down. That's stating the truth, accepting the truth. And it's about your passions. Look at that fire burning there. And then with this Nine of Pentacles, it sets you free. I'm getting less hours at work, much more happiness, a better position, status. loyalty, trust. You're proving yourself here. You don't even realize that that's what you're doing when you get along with people that you don't like. You're showing the people who hired you that you are capable of dealing with the difficult situations, overcoming losses. Okay, we don't want people who nobody wants to keep people around that drag other people down. Okay, or allow people to dictate how they act. That's interesting. So prove who you are at work and things will improve for you. Build that trust amongst your coworkers and your employer. And if you have not a job right now, if you do not have a job right now, sit and think carefully about the talents and skills that you do possess in the work environment and at home. All right, something's about to end. If you are unhappy, it's about to end. You're breaking free. Look at the chain. These are chain mails. The darkness is just falling off of this dragon. The truth is being emerged. The light is shining down on this situation. Look, some of you may walk away from this job, but I'm getting mostly it's a new day dawning. The truth is there. It's painful. This is not going to be easy for you to realize and acknowledge that maybe you've been holding yourself back here. Look at this. So you go from the Death card to the Eight of Cups, leaving it behind you. Okay. So either leaving this particular job behind you, this department, the situation is changing to where you're leaving the negative energy behind you. It's not going to be easy. There is going to be an energy of transformation. You will have to make a decision here with the Two of Wands. You've got the High Priestess, and look, the Devil energy leads to the Emperor. You being in control of your emotions. So you're breaking those chains. If you can do this, if you can follow the instructions that were laid out here for you by Spirit, you can get yourself out of rock bottom. You'll see that path forward and you'll be ready to move. You can improve your own situation here. All right, let's get you an angel number. So if this is your message, claim it in the comments, okay? If you enjoyed the message that Spirit gave, but it's not your message maybe, just go ahead and give the message a thumbs up anyway. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm going to invite you personally to do so. All right. I would love to have you join our awesome community. You have received card 1414, 5 and 5. It's about those little changes that you make, the little changes in your attitude, your perception, how you deal with things. Possibilities are limitless. The angel whispers, building strong foundations creates stability, and it welcomes in the possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the foundations that are already in place. You can use this as a positive affirmation if you wish. I am grateful for all that is and all that will be. I trust in the possibilities of what I desire or something greater. Love that for you. I hope you've enjoyed this career reading. We're going to get you something else here. A spirit animal card. All right. If I hope that this is, a good message for you, that this has been helpful in some way, that it inspires you to do something different here, to think outside the box. Even if you're not looking for a job or anything like that, even if you're not working, write down those talents and skills you have so that you can give yourself a little boost there. Remember that you've accomplished a lot in your life, that you do have a lot of wisdom, that you have a lot of talents and skills. Write those things down so you can see them and refer to them in the future. Hawk, the messenger, and I am hearing very loudly here, somebody is about to hear from an employer. If you're seeking work, you're about to hear the message, okay? You're about to get the call for an interview. You're going to get the call that, yes, you're going to be hired. I am hearing, though, that some of you will need to make this change first, this change of energy, all right, how you view things. And then all of a sudden, the possibilities open up for you. All right, so it says here, Hawk Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open yourself up in your greater vision so that you can see the signs, so that you can hear the messages, so that you can have understanding of what the message is trying to tell you. Focus on priorities and eliminate the distractions. People that cause problems at work, ignore them. Don't engage with them. Spend a little time with them. Those are things that are called distractions. You have a bright future ahead of you. I mean, look at that. For a career reading, you can't ask for better. Let yourself rise to the new heights. Get out of rock bottom. Rise to your highest height, okay? It's possible, and it's here for you if you allow it to happen. But it's up to you. It is completely up to you. Oh, we're getting another spirit animal card here. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. All right, let's see what we have here. 31 on the timer, 4 and 4. Love it. What have we got here as your second spirit animal? You've got the Heron. There is a strong need for patience. Create a place in nature's stillness. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be outside. It just means a natural silence. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, turn off the phone. Just spend time in nature's stillness so that you can be renewed, so that you can be replenished. Reduce the stress, the fear, let go of all of that. Take some time alone so that you can find the balance within yourself. Step confidently toward your purpose after you have done this, because patience and refocusing your energy, renewing your strength, will bring you the rewards that you seek. Beautiful energy and message there. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this message. If you have, please click that like button. If you're interested in donating to the channel, there is a heart right below this message that has a $sign in it. That's called a super thanks. You can use that to make a donation to the channel. If you'd like other options, click on the word that says more after you see where it says, hi, my name is Laurie. Click that word more and it opens up my description box and it will give you other options on supporting the channel. I am not doing any readings currently at the time of this particular reading. If you happen to catch this in the future, I might be doing readings by then. But right now, as of today, in this reading, I am not. All right, so thank you so much for being a part of this awesome community. I love you guys to pieces. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you next week for your career reading or next week for your daily messages. Until then, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.